Let me ask you something direct. When you reviewed that AI assisted report, memo, or recommendation, did you understand why it made sense? Or did you just approve it? Because there's a quiet illusion happening in a lot of organizations right now. We think that reviewing an AI output is enough. We think that by looking it over and clicking approve, we're safe, accountable, covered. But here's the uncomfortable truth: review is not responsibility, and review is not understanding. When AI enters your workflow, it often offers something very appealing: speed, clarity, clean outputs. That makes it incredibly tempting to fall into a reviewer mindset. You skim, you recognize the structure, you check tone, formatting, and flow, and you say, looks good. But here's the risk: if you don't actually understand the logic, if you couldn't reconstruct the reasoning in your own words, then you're not really reviewing, you're ratifying. And when a decision later gets challenged in court, in audit, or in public, the question isn't, did you see it? It's, did you understand it? Let's be clear. You're not a robot checking spelling and grammar. You're a professional entrusted with judgment. So here's the distinction that matters: validation is, this looks right. Judgment is, this is right, and here's why. If your review step doesn't force you to reconstruct the reasoning, you're not acting as a decision maker. You're acting as a stamp of approval. Now imagine an AI draft gets approved, it gets implemented, it causes harm. Who's accountable? Well, it's not the AI, it's not the junior analyst, not the tool vendor. It's the person who said, looks good, without judgment. Let me give you a real world pattern. A mid level team uses AI to summarize data and generate insights. The lead signs off, the executive gets briefed. Everything moves smoothly until someone asks, how did we come to that conclusion? And no one can answer. The analyst defers to the model, the manager trusted the analyst, and the executive trusted the workflow. This isn't about incompetence, it's about misaligned roles. The person with authority didn't apply judgment, and the person applying judgment didn't have authority. That gap, that's where the responsibility collapses. So, what do? You don't need to ban AI. You don't need to slow your teams down with bureaucracy. You need to rebuild review around responsibility. Here's one simple test. If you're signing off on something, ask yourself, could I defend this logic in a meeting? Could I explain how this conclusion was reached? Could I justify if it was challenged? If the answer is no, you're not ready to approve. This is where intentional design matters. In our training and consulting work, we help teams redesign their workflows so that review equals judgment equals authority. When these align, responsibility becomes clear again. Here's the bottom line: if you approve AI generated work and you can't explain why it made sense, then your authority is eroding. And the risk isn't just reputational, it's structural. This channel exists to help professionals like you reclaim judgment, authority, and responsibility in AI assisted work. In the next video, we'll look at the hidden shift happening when AI moves from draft decision to decision maker, and why it often feels safer than it is. Subscribe if you want to stay in control of your workflow and if you want to help design discipline for AI at work. It's what we do. No hype, just clarity. See you in the next episode.